Hello and welcome to Rainy Day Crafting. Okay, today I'm going to have a go at making a card basically from stuff around your house, okay? So we're going to be doing an apron, which then, remember when you do this, you can literally adapt it to female, male, people with different hobbies, okay? Anyway, so for example, I've just got literally a box, okay, which we've all got them around, whether it be your tea bag box, your cornflake box or whatever. So this isn't a bad colour, to be fair, if you're then going to use it. Meanwhile, this is like without using any dies, stamps, or I might have to use a happy birthday stamp at the end, but you could write that on there, to be fair. So, you know, if you've got no goodies in your house, you're thinking about doing a bit of craft, I welcome you to have a go at something like this. What happened was, I was looking at like the aprons and all the different sort of different ideas you can have from what you can put in an apron, like I say, to different hobbies, male, female, etc. And I think the one I looked at was quite expensive for the die, and I thought, actually, you know, don't get me wrong, a lot of the dies are very intricate, etc. And you just think, you know, nothing cuts out quite like a die, and I'm the first to say that. But I wanted to do this video with basically using stuff around your house. So what I'm sort of suggesting is, say it was that, can you see I've made this, again, out of an old card, the shape of an apron, yeah? So to get it the right size, basically your original template maybe, which then you keep for other opportunities, literally half it, so then you'll get that side, the right side. And then once you've got that, all you've literally got to do is round. See how easy? You could probably then cut this out actually with a craft knife, which I suppose would give you a lot, whoops, more precision. Here we go. So there we have the shape. Oh, slight. Yep, okay, so this would have been out of cardboard, not a bad colour. Do you know what, actually I'm going to continue with this and actually do this one with this one. So no ado, like I say, I haven't got the gist of how I fast forward videos, and so they're in real time. So I will be using this on a pre-cut card and envelope. Again, if you've got some card around to make your own, easy peasy. I just want to show you, I mean, I've got a lot of dies, and I probably, if I never bought another one, I could probably be doing this for the next few years, and you'd see a different die every time, probably. Anyway, so there we've got our base. Then you would literally, out of something else, be cutting out, see if I can get this reasonably. See, I've got a box that I keep all my boxes in, because even when you're building up sentiments and things like that, you can use these bits of card underneath, can't you? Well, it doesn't look very squared. If I put it on there, it probably isn't very square at all, is it? I've used this board, although I love my table underneath, but this board doesn't reflect. So as much as I didn't want to use a board on my table, I don't know any other way of... hang on, let me just, maybe I can just mark this off in such a way I don't get this quite so, if you could say, well, that looks very homemade. I mean, to be fair, this is all about home crafting, but sometimes I'm just trying to prove a point that you don't have to go out and buy absolutely loads. Right, so literally the card outside I'm going to put it on is this size. Yeah, so I might just have to take a bit of that because I just see all my pencil lines off there. These long scissors, I think they're about £2 out of Hobbycraft, allows you to do, I see, this is where I'll start cutting it down a bit, and that'll get smaller and smaller. I'll just cut a little bit off here. Right, so there we have it. Fairly straightforward, I think that's... So this card white, by the way, is size-wise, just so you think, it's a pre-cut card that comes with envelopes. It's a 5x7 card. But obviously you can make your template or make your card the apron size any size you like. So we've got that. This is literally going to be the pocket. So then, again, I'm trying to say all the things we might have in our house. this is my bag of, I've got some lovely reels all hanging up there of ribbon. But if I ever get ribbon on something else, you know, around jammies, oh, all sorts. Actually, even in your clothes, us girlies, you know, when to hang up on hangers, actually, I take them out. I'm a bit miffed at the moment because some companies actually have got their store written on them, which is a bit of a shame, so they don't get to come in here. So there's all sorts in there. So this is one I found out of here earlier. So this is going to be a bit of a manly card, is the plan. So with this will be the pocket. Okay. So, and I thought I'd put a strip on there just so it looks like, so how I'm going to do that, I could just stick it, but I'm a lover of the double-sided tape. So what I'm going to do is just pop, I hope you can see this in the right position here, just put that on there. I tend to use a, mislaid them now, sticky, can't I find them, my sticky pair of scissors are obviously, oh no, here they are, that's my sticky scissors. And I've even put that little mark on there, so if my husband borrows them for anything, they're my sticky scissors. Because I don't know if you crafters find that, what happens is you end up with all right, so we've got a bit of that will stick on there absolutely easy. If you hadn't got any double-sided tape, you could just glue it, but the chances are with this, you just don't want it to come off again. Remember, this is a card, I'm just showing you how, you know, if you fancy sort of starting craft and you haven't crafted at all, before you go out and start buying everything in sight. Okay, what I would then do is put a few of these, lost them all now, I've got loads of them usually, and these are them foam sticky back pads. You can buy these in them really cheap shops, you know, where you get, well, I always miff me actually, they say everything for £1, but they're not necessarily, are they? Because they've started putting other clothes in there too, so I don't think they shouldn't be called the name they are, but there you go. Anyway, so this on there, maybe another one. Okay, this is a little bit drab, but I'm sort of thinking man's workshop apron. Yes, out in the man cave. So, but if you've got lots of pretty papers out there, this is where I want you to adapt it. But the basic idea is what I'm trying to give you. Okay, so just so you don't have to go out and buy everything on the market, because there's lots bombarded at us crafters, isn't there, to buy. And I think when I looked at this on, I can't remember what site it was, I just thought, to do that card and then buy some stamps that went with it, that was going to be, oh, I don't know, 40, 50 pound or something by the time you added it all up. And I thought, no, I can make ones of similar natures like that. So now with this, we're literally going to put the strap on there. Same principle, a couple of little bits of, actually, just for easiness now, showing you. Nobody's going to see that anyway, because it's going to be behind. Another one here. Can you see? I don't know. I did look at my clock, but I didn't want it to be. I spent ages on here, so it was just to make a quick little card. Now this might look a bit tatty, but don't you worry, because by the time it's then on there, one there, and one there. Can you see how quickly this is going to be going on this card? You're making this card, but if you then did that with some pretty papers, I mean, I will show you some I've done earlier with some pretty papers and things. So here we go. And then literally we are just going to put a couple of straps, but this is actually just some ribbon I had in my bag. I have got reels of ribbon too, so it's not the case, you know, I just want to make this card by using anything you'd got around the house, you know. So just to show you, you can get into craft making without it having to cost you a bomb. Right, so that one will go there. And this one. So there. We'll probably then have to actually put another bit of, well, that might just onto the card. Actually, could have done with putting a few, could have put a few more of these round to underneath. I'll just pull it off there a minute. I'll probably end up putting, because you don't want it to fall off either. I'm just for showing you purposes. I'll probably put a few more round there, or some other tape, but then position it on your card like so. I would generally put some more of that, and then I would just hang these down here. So here you've already got a card. Now, I'm making this, like I said, a little bit of a manly card. So we've already got a card. So if you can imagine this is pretty card or thick paper, or if you've got some really pretty paper, pop it on some card. You know, again, you know, use those boxes up. And then what happens is I've got a tub and all the rest of it, then just go in the regular recycle bin. So here we've already got, the plan is to put happy birthday or whatever message you want on there. And then what I have done, I don't know how well, I mean, I didn't take very long to draw these before. Again, I think I might have told you, keep all your scraps, grab yourself a pencil. Now, do you think how easy a ruler is? What I'm doing here is literally just, look, cutting this off. She says hopefully nice and straight. A little bit on that, I'll just cut it down because it's only going to be poking out. Right, okay, we've already then got a ruler. So how could we do that? I could use this as my markers actually, couldn't I? Like, so let's just have that as the long one, the long one, the long one, the long one, the long one. Then just do a little mark in between. You could colour it, do it in different card. Can you see? You've already got a ruler. Yes, you could try and put numbers on, but then anyway, same principle. I literally just drew. I mean, we're talking, I'm no artist, I don't profess to be. Bally bit for the top of the hammer, like that, maybe. Then the handle. Yep. Then colour it, fussy cut it out. I literally, done on these earlier, I just sort of scribbled that with pencil. And maybe, let's have a little bit of sort of brown, just felt tips, crayons, whatever you've got. There's the wooden handle. I'll just let that dry a minute, because what else? And then this one, again, if you look at the teeth on there, not very good, I don't suppose. But again, this is just a handle. This is literally just using up scrappy bit. We'd have a straight bit, wouldn't we, for the edge, and then it would come down like this, and then it's just literally teeth. Remember, only a few bits are poking out. I would then colour that, cut that out. Here's one I done earlier. Again, like I say, the teeth aren't ever so. This obviously is a homemade card, totally, you know, and where you've got all the dies and things like that, that sort of makes them very much more precision. But I just so wanted to show you how to do something where, with stuff that you just happen to have got around your house, just so you could knock up a card. Like I say, flowers, all sorts of things. Anyway, we see if that was a real proper cutout one, you could, that would be precisionally cut out. So can you see how we have then got a card with a few things on? I am going to just to finish this off a little bit, which is in some ways I suppose is slightly cheating, because I said, oh, I wasn't going to use any dies or anything. That happy birthday on there. So this is absolutely brilliant, this VersaFine pigment ink for fine details. That's Onyx Black. You can get then refills to zoop it up again. Okay, so that's that. Literally line it up. But now that's a bit of a shame, because now that's going to be so hard to line up properly. Because if you have got a stamping block, a stamping pad, sorry, you would put it in there and that would line up. Now I might end up going and mucking this up, which will be a bit of a shame if I do. Fingers crossed, that might now have wrecked. No, for some reason, I don't know why that's not doing that. That's missing that piece. You know what it might be? That might be a little bit of dust there on... I would still put, you don't have to do this, but I'd put a little bit of embossing powder on this. I'm sure a few people have seen this. It's almost like magic. Quick little bit of noise. Might have been a little bit of stickiness on that. In a minute, I think I've got a correction pen around here. I can just write that in there, hopefully, and just redo that a bit. Anyway, all the things that just fell out of the pocket. So, there we go. I would then put those... Oh, here's another one I did earlier. Very easy to do. Okay. Let me just move that out of the way. I'd put them with a little bit of, you know, the double-sided foam tape and stick... seem we've now run out. I need to, I've got to get some amber covered, but anyway, so they would just be raised up in there. You could write something on there. Anyway, there we have a card basically made with things that you've got literally in your home. Okay, I'm then going to, although that one's done, I'm going to clear my space, and I'm going to show you a couple more I done with the odd sort of die things. This one is, can you sort of see it again, just with that's some ribbon that I've got, some doggy paper for those lovely people who love dogs, and me included, when that's got Yappy birthday on, little bone in the pocket. So that's another one. And this one for those bake-offs coming on soon again, isn't it? Can't wait. For love cooking, these are little dies that I've got. I don't know if I can now show you. Out of a Sizzix set, actually. So this is now sort of a bit more girly. You know, cooking can be anybody, obviously, can't it? Children, you know, adults, male, female, whatever. So anyway, so that's some different ideas. But this one in particular is literally made from things that are just around your house. Anyway, thanks for joining me. If you did enjoy, please hit that subscribe button. Share to your crafty friends if you've got some crafty friends. And if you're not a crafter yet, maybe I'll get you convinced it's a lovely, lovely hobby. Okay, so till the next time, take care and see you soon. Thank you.